Here we go. If you see me right now, it's probably because you're watching the recording. And we are waiting for folks to pop on. Hello, hello, hello. We're checking. We're checking. Little by little, I believe. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm singing a song that's not copyrighted. Copyrighted? Copywritten? Fantastic. Ooh. We got 4 popping in. Hello, hello. Feel free to pop into the chat. Where you're coming from, what you up to. Maybe the city you're coming from. Hey, Al, what's up? Yeah, so share your name. Where are you coming from? What's the weather like outside today? A little different for me here. I'm in North Carolina, and it is actually surprisingly beautiful outside. Sorry to Chicago. Hey, y'all. Hi, Paul. I can't wait to see you again. I'll be there in April, so I'll have to touch base with you beforehand. Hola, Miguel. Good to see you. Hope Utah's good. We'll give folks just a couple more minutes. It is so exciting to be here, y'all. I have been working all day from my little desk right over there, so I am so excited to stand up. Oh my gosh, it's the little things these days, you know? Hello, Heather! Central Illinois, warm and windy here. Windy does not surprise me. Warm certainly does, though. I was in Chicago last week, and I just missed the snowstorm, I think, up in that area. So it was beautiful snow everywhere, but it was like mid-30s the whole time. I'm not complaining. That's a normal cold night in Raleigh, so I was very pleased. Got to eat some really good food, too. I'm really excited to go back. Oh my gosh. Al says, let's do Body Attack 115 outside, Judson. Oof, that is tempting, let me tell you. Alright, folks, so for time's sake, and as folks are popping on, we're going to get right to it. So welcome in. My name is Judson MacDonald. I am a national trainer, presenter, and assessor for Body Attack, as well as Body Step and Body Pump. Very happy to be here. Oh, there's one of mine, Becca. Hi, Becca. I remember you. How could I not forget? It's great to be here with you all. We are here to chat about Body Attack 115. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. I mean, when we got to 100, it was a really big surprise. But now that we're at 115, we are just trucking along. And look at where we are compared to Body Attack 100. Super excited to go through in the next 30 minutes, just a couple of objectives. We'll be chatting about the summary and the feel of Body Attack 115. We'll talk about the program updates, anything new and up and coming in the program in general. And then we'll dive deep into the content of this release, paying attention to the specific 3 or 4 items from this release that are going to make it really unique and helpful for you teaching. And then finally, we'll wrap up with a good Q&A after we spend some time looking into the coaching of this release. What's going to make it unique compared to 114, 116 down the line to help this really land with your members, whether you're teaching in person, virtually, or not teaching at all yet. We got you covered on all bases to help you feel inspired, engaged, and connected with your United team here. What's up, Kamisha? I need to come see you. I've been joking with folks, everyone, that I just am going to make an East Coast tour, basically, because there's so many of you I need to come and see, especially those of you I've trained online. I promise you, I have promised all of you, we will come teach together or do something together. I'm making my budget way too big. Can you imagine my credit card bill? Anywho, we are here for Body Attack 115. So here's a quick task for you. If you're on the call right now, go ahead and grab a piece of paper and a pen, and then I'll give you further directions. If you're watching the recording, I trust you're doing this as well. All right, so after you grab a pen and a paper, in just a moment, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. Put the hand that's less dominant, so if you're ambidextrous, just choose If you're right hand dominant, choose your left. Left hand dominant, choose your right. And I'd like for you to draw what I tell you to draw on your paper. All right? Any questions? You can't talk back to me. So I just stand here and I look pretty. The best class ever, right? No, not at all. I miss your faces. I would love to see your faces. Okay. All right. So take your pen and your paper. Left dominant hand is holding. Draw a head at the top of your paper. A head. Maybe it's a circle. Maybe it looks really pretty. Maybe it's a square. Next, draw a body underneath the head. Are your eyes still closed? I can already tell this is going really well. Draw 2 arms. One on the right. One on the left. And then draw 2 legs. This is going so bad. I almost cheated. And then finally, 2 ears. See what I did there? I made you go all the way down and then go all the way back up. All right. Oh God, I just cheated. Okay. Now, before you open your eyes, make sure. Head, body, arms, legs, 2 ears. Oh, I forgot eyes. And eyes. Draw eyes. I just cheated again. Draw eyes on your little person. Okay, open your eyes. You can't show me, but I'm going to show you mine. Look, it's like 2D. I don't know where the arms went. Okay, so if you care to show me later on, feel free. Tag me on Instagram at Judson W Mac. You can post it on Facebook and tag me. I would love to see your drawings. Here's the purpose of this, all right? I know, silly Judson, silly Judson. Okay, so on the little person you made, this is you, and this is you teaching Body Attack 115. Yay. And Body Attack 115 is about high energy, fun, and athleticism. So this is you, the athlete. And this may be me on a really bad day. Okay, so when we watch the masterclass, Fran and Lisa give us 4 things to focus on, excuse me. So the first of these is our ears. So our ears are here to hear the awesome sounds. So I'm going to draw a big thing of music around me. We've got amazing fresh sounds in Body Attack 115, and so we want to focus on using our ears to be present and to hear those awesome sounds, as well as our members. Next up is the eyes. Isn't it funny how I told you to have these things down, but I have to draw them in because you can't tell what the eyes are? Anyways, see the moves and do them safely. So our ears to listen to the great sounds, eyes to see the moves and to do them safely. Next up is the body. Our bodies, this body, I don't know how much it can do here. The body is there to remember we can always do more. Our bodies can push to a certain limit, and we also have the capacity to move past it. This is what's going to help us achieve results and move stronger into the next level of who we are. And then finally, if you'll draw a little bubble cloud above your head, this represents your mind, your mindset. And in Body Attack, we're known for this. We're quite the chipper crew. We have a positive mindset. And with a positive mindset, we make this our moment, our time to have fun, be athletic, and let it come alive for our participants. So, let that be your little visual reminder for today. Keep it nearby. Feel free to grab some notes on it as you wish. And again, if you want to show me your little person, I would love to see them anytime you want to show. All right, so Body Attack 115. High energy, fun, athleticism. What are my favorite parts? Truly, if it's up, if it's up, if it's up, if it's up. Such a fun song. This aerobic track is really fast. I always find a lot of comedic relief in these track 3s because the rap lyrics are so fast, and that's a really fun way for me to engage with my members, and I try to mouth along the lyrics, you know, and make a joke with it and say, I wish I could I wish I could rap as well as I can body attack. Let your members have fun with this song. Let your members have fun with all of the features of it, including the pivot turn, which is making a return, so one to practice as well. Another one of my big favorites here, honestly, is track 9. a few months ago when I was talking to Dan and found out that Ecuador was on the potential list for this release. I got so excited. If you've been in the Lesmos world for a while, Ecuador is a long-time fan favorite. When you hear the tune, it's one of those songs you're like, I've heard this before, I don't know where I've heard it. And that will carry on. So do a Google search of this song. It's been used in so many programs and so many commercials and so many sports events. It is one that folks will recognize when you teach it. And for me personally, it has a lot of nostalgia to it. So makes me think back to old body pump days, old body jam days. You're going to love teaching this. Janice says, I love some Cardi. I do too. We haven't had a Cardi song since Press. Press, 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 press. Judson don't need no press. And it's so much fun to bring those lyrics alive. So I love that, Janice. Al said, I ran through it twice. I think I need to do push-ups. Yeah, I think I do too. I have not done a workout today, so may humor you with those, and I'll blame you for them now. Love it, Katie. I love that song from Body Pump as well. It's just a fan favorite, right? As soon as people hear it, it pulls them back. Janice, I'm not going to say that on the mic, but yes, it is. Okay, so those are my personal highlights, and I'd love to hear yours too. Feel free to throw them in the chat. What were your first impressions? What were your exciting moments of Body Attack 115? I'd love to hear them. What we're going to do now is move into program updates. There are not really anything, there's not really anything big right now in terms of major changes or format changes at all. Body Attack is very much in a happy state. We're very happy with the format where it is. Consumer research suggests that our members are loving how it is right now, so don't anticipate any major changes coming down the line anytime soon. With that being said, we just continue to deliver the experience that helps our members find the athletic and fun experience. We're due to bring our A game to this class to bring alive sports-inspired energy, stamina, and cardio with our sections of strength as well. Katie said track 9 reminds me of Lights and Thunder. Yes, I'll talk about that in a second. I agree. So in terms of program updates, the one thing that is new to note that I noted last round is that at the end of every masterclass from here on out, we will be filming track 5 Express separately from track 5 Athletic Strength Normal. The reason and the why behind this is to give you an example of what it looks like to coach this track in a shorter amount of time. If you are teaching the 30-minute Express class, this is where it will be relevant for you. For example, in this round, we want to watch the coaching model be applied to the 3-minute track versus the 6-minute track. And there's a lot of coaching bits in here to note. It's kind of getting the information out a little quicker, but keeping that same space, although the track is shorter. So shorter amounts of work means we need to push the intensity a little quicker in this track so that people get the benefits of it, as opposed to when they do the longer version of the track and they're focusing more on endurance and power versus a shorter duration and intensity. If you have any questions about this and where to find the formats and such, remember at the beginning of your choreography notes, underneath or right after the summary of the release, you will find the Express formats, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 2 options, and then the full 55-minute release, tracks 1 through 11 all the way through. We only use the Athletic Strength Express track at the end of the 30-minute format, so just keep an eye on that. If you don't teach the 30-minute, maybe you were going to get a drink while I was talking about that. Good on you. Fabulous. Okay, so here are the really good tips and tricks. Here's where things get relevant for what am I doing in terms of teaching this release? What do I need to focus on? 1, 2, and 3. Tracks 1, 2, and 3. So here's a major difference for this release. Note normally, 1, yes, we've got the energy, we're bringing it alive, we're connecting. Track 2, normally we go into some fun and play, right? Hold on a second. This track has a bit of a different feel. Track 2 has more of an athletic push. When you watch the masterclass, Lisa is teaching individually, and you'll notice her demeanor is a little bit different here. And you'll also notice that the intensity of the moves is a little bit different as well. What we're doing here is bringing in the cross pattern, we're bringing in some jacks early on as well as single squats. Now, with this track, not only are we warming the mind and the body, but we're prepping the body to get a little more athletic quicker. Because note, when we move into track 3, we have an even more light, exciting, fun experience. And so specifically in this release, notice the contrast here. 1, we're starting at a high, having fun, enjoying, getting connected, getting excited about the experience. And then we bring the energy into a stronger state with more of authority and a little more athleticism versus the playful, ha ha ha, kind of dancey fun. And then we bring the energy back up into the 3 when we go to up to enjoy the experience, play around with the music. And note, this is done intentionally to give more of the peaks and the valleys in the release. So when going in to teach 115, if you don't remember anything, be careful to follow the flow, follow the energy, using your gears between 1, 2, and 3. That's going to help make the punch of track 4 a lot stronger. Speaking of moving into our power, into our bigger tracks, sports and athletic, let's talk about track 7. Ooh, I'm not dancing. I am Dan Cohen, and I am in the ring. I have the little bag that I punch. Can you tell I don't do martial arts? So track 7 has a boxing-inspired focus. So what does that mean for us? If you are a martial artist, if you have experience in the boxing world, what a cool way to bring alive coaching cues, intensity cues, language that really brings this experience alive out of the song of punching the gas, getting gritty and grungy with this song. If you don't have as much boxing experience, hey, maybe this is a time to go do a Google search on some of the moves we're doing. Become an expert on some of these. Maybe find some other verbs that really help punch the piece of each track, of each set together. Because not only do we have arms that are simulating boxing gloves going against the bag, but also we have jabs. We also have jump ropes. And so with these moves, we have the opportunity to bring participants into an experience of the track versus this is just a new move. I don't know why we're doing this, everyone. We're doing boxing. No. It's supposed to get us into a different essence, right? A different feel of the song and the movement. So spend some time with this, particularly when you add the arms in with the ladder run. It can get a little confusing. It's a little bit like this, right? See? Ugh. So spend some time in that space, of course, before teaching this for the very first time in your launch rehearsals and making sure everyone feels, who you're launching with, if you have a team, feels really comfortable in this space. All right, 2 other things to focus on. Track 8. All right, so go ahead and write this down. Find your beautiful little body attack athlete and write this down. So timestamp in the song 322 to 357. Next to it, put 3 letters. Between these timestamps in your song, challenge yourself to not say a single word. Between these timestamps, challenge yourself not to say a single word. Lisa's favorite part of this entire release is this section of music. When you go and listen to it, put your headphones in, close your eyes, listen through that time segment, and you will understand why. This is one of our very powerful builds in this release, where the music starts soft and gradually it grows bigger and bigger and bigger and hits a fast diamond pattern. But it's not done yet. Then it grows even more into a knee kick. It is really powerful, y'all. So when you are scripting, when you are practicing this release, close your eyes and put yourself inside of the music and think of ways you can let it come alive through your movement. Maybe you go from 40% of full range of motion and build slower and slower into 100% of effort when the knee and the kick combination happen. This is going to create a performance opportunity, of course, as well as bring the music alive and connect it to the room of people that you're teaching. If you're teaching online, for example, make this moment one where you focus away from the Zoom boxes or the people on the screen, look them into the eyes through the webcam, and make that moment really powerful. Silence lets the music speak, just as if it was a coach or another teammate on stage with you, and that can be so powerful, y'all. And y'all tell me what you think. If you've been through some of these already, feel free to share any thoughts or reactions you're having in the chat. All right, we're going to talk to Katie specifically because she mentioned in the chat, track 9 reminds me of Lights and Thunder. Thank you. And if you are still listening, do you remember what release Lights and Thunder is from? Because this is the last time that we've seen a similar combination like this in a track 9. I'll wait. I'm singing the track 8 in my head right now. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, well, while you're waiting for that, thank you, Katie. Katie wins all of the A for today. Release 90 is the last time. Paul got it too. A. I'll give you an A, just an A, not an A+ since it wasn't first, okay? Many more opportunities, don't worry. Yes, so it's been a while since we've had this combination. So let's talk a bit about the repeater combination here. So remembering this move is going to the corners. We tip forward, and then we drive the knee towards the chest and balancing our body really well. So it's 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Run, back, change, 6, 5. When we use the repeater as a recovery move, it's really powerful with the music, and it also helps prime our bodies for the burpees that we're about to do, as well as the speed work from the knees. Awesome job, Al. Yes, BODYATTACK 90, A for you as well. So in this track as well, one thing to focus on is the contrast between the moves. Ecuador is a great song, so of course we want to get inside it and let it out. But the moves themselves are quite different across the way. We've got burpees, we have snowboards, we have runs. So using your energy and your voice to really bring those alive is something to pay attention to in this track. These items are going to make a really big impact to make 115 feel fresh and different. So to recap, the track flows of 1, 2, 3 to focus on, the boxing inspired feel of track 7, track 8, that time segment, 3:22 to 3:57, challenge your mouth not to say a single word. And finally for track 9, contrasts of moves, focusing again on keeping those feeling different in the energy and voice, as well as the knee repeater, moving from corner to corner with a long step, chest forward, abs braced. Any questions, feel free to throw those into the chat. Even if you're watching the recording, I'll be checking this to answer any doubts you have as we go through it. All right, folks, so in our last few minutes, we're going to chat really quickly about a coaching aspect of this release. So I'm actually going to go in reverse order from layer 3 to layer 1. So the first of these, layer 3, remember, layer 3 is our motivational style of coaching. This is our layer where we bring the drive home, we help inspire, share the energy if it's an aerobic track. And so one thing that you'll notice in this release is that Lisa has left a lot of space through some of more basic combinations, such as track 4, to help you coach and to motivate a little more than usual. So in track 4, for example, there's simplicity in the moves, there's simplicity in the music, and it gives you space, of course, with no lyrics, to script some really strong layer 3 cues. How do we do this? Think into ways that naturally motivate you, of course. So when you are doing this for the first time on your own, what are those voices in your head that help you move past the finish line? Once you have those ideas, head back to your instructor handbook and take a look at the different motivation styles in the coaching layer 3 section. Based on those things you were thinking, looking back at those motivation styles, decide which one really fits to you. Are you using intrinsic motivation to really push the line and get you to the finish line? Such as, I'm going to feel so good by the end of this track. I'm going to feel the burn in my legs after so many 3-step runs. These are intrinsic based cues. and so forth. As you will find different styles. Use those categories to help expand your library of motivation, because we know when we can deliver a variety of motivation styles, especially those that are different from our own, we can motivate more people in the masses, and that helps them keep coming back to us. Why? Because we are in the business of motivation. That is what we do as Lesmos instructors, and especially as BODYATTACK instructors. Layer 2, intensity. How do I make this specific for BODYATTACK 115? You'll note in the back of your choreography notes that this round we have a whole program release specific focus, a research focus. Last time it was glute activation. Now we are focusing in on specific coaching that helps us reach certain goals. So when you go through and read through your notes, one thing you'll learn is a little bit of difference between extrinsic and intrinsic coaching. For example, when doing push-ups, pushing through the floor using an external object to imply greater intensity, greater force. One way we can do this in BODYATTACK specifically is to target specific points, specific muscle groups or specific body parts to help encourage full range of motion, or to encourage a deeper intensity, a deeper squat, for example. So how do we do this? If we want to build stronger reaction, perhaps it's using the arms in this track to get greater speed. So for example, faster circles to improve agility. Faster agility means a faster mind. So what do we do there? I gave them an external focus, circles. I'm making circles with the arms. Why? Agility. What is agility going to do for me? Agility makes my mind faster. So notice how we took an external, we took it to a why, and we educated. Remember, oftentimes, improve execution cues are linked right to education cues without us even have to think about it oftentimes. But think about these with intention this round. How can you script 2 to 3 per track that will really make an impact, that are directly related to the moves and the music in this release? If you have any favorites, go ahead and throw those out into the chat. Especially if you're watching the recording, we benefit from a library shared with one another. Aw, thank you, Al. That's so sweet. Okay, fabulous, folks. Last one, layer 1. So the focus here, of course, as usual, is being really intentional to coach the basics, name and direction of move, compulsory cues and options. But one specific track I want to focus on here is track 9. Coach the orientation and direction of the burpee and the snowboard combination really clearly. This is going to help protect alignment and help our participants get the maximum benefits from this safely and effectively. So what do I mean? We have a burpee straight down the center, and then we have 4 snowboarders. Did you see what my hips did? They stay forward in the burpee, and then for the snowboarder, I bring the leg forward, and I turn my whole body, hips and shoulders and knees, from corner to corner. So in your coaching, before you even hit the compulsory cues, try giving the name of the move, burpee, snowboarder, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you hit that option again, come down and give them the directional cues. Burpee, forward, turn to the corner, 4, 3, 2, 1. Notice how I added in the direction there to give participants a clear focus. Face forward, turn the body, corner to corner. Again, why? When people come down and come up, there's going to be a quick moment to get them in the right alignment. If they try to squat into a snowboarder with one knee forward, one knee to the back, if they have poor technique and knees are caving in, there's more risk for them to buckle, more chance for internal rotation that could cause stress in other parts of the legs, down to the knees specifically, and this causes a greater risk of injury. So being clear in our coaching here is not only helpful to get them results, but it's also crucial to keep them safe in our workout, especially if we're working with new learners. If you are teaching newer learners in this track, of course, remember, options aplenty are available. Body attack is not just about the high, high, high. It is about every single level. So look up to your class when you're teaching, present each option as you would normally, but then choose the option that 80% of your class needs. If I look out and there's 10 people, 8 of them are not doing the burpee, but they're really honing in on the squats. I'm going to stay with the squats as the instructor and encourage my other 2, if they're doing the burpee, for example, to stay with it and push. Because my participants, the majority, that 80%, need to see the piece that's going to help them get through that day. And then maybe 2 weeks down the line, that's when I know they know the move. I can move on to the burpee and I can challenge them. You've been in the squats. Take it all the way. I'm hitting the burpee. Who's coming with me? Think of ways to not only modify and help people feel included, but once they are mastering the move, don't let them stagger and stay. Help them move to a new limit, a new frontier of their fitness. And that's it. That's my coaching upskill. So just a quick reminder, layer 3, script plenty of track 4 motivational cues and add those across the class. Layer 2, specific body part focuses, hands, feet, knees, abs. Keep it really specific to show them or help them know what to do, what to move, what to keep braced. And then finally, coach direction clearly in track 9 between the burpee and the snowboard combo, face forward in the burpee, full body corner to corner in the snowboard. Hey, come on. Thanks for this, Judson. Oh, well, thank you for being here. Otherwise, I would just be talking to myself, which is kind of what I'm doing. But I'm with you all. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Corner, 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 corner. Yes. Anywho. All right. Well, now I would love to open it up to question and answer. What questions do you have about this release? Oh, you're so welcome, Katie. While you are throwing any questions you may have or reactions into the chat, you know me. If you've been with me for a while, you know I love trivia. So I did pull out some trivia for you. So the warm-up, track 1, rhythm is a dancer. Some of you may remember it. If you grew up in Europe, you probably do. So this came really strongly into the Euro tech. Thanks, Al. I'll see you there for sure. And you're so welcome, Bethany. Hi, Texas. I might be in Texas sometime soon, too. Don't hold me to it, but I'm really, 2022, I'm hoping it will be it. Anywho, track 1, rhythm as a dancer. So this song is by Snap, with an exclamation point, and it came out in 1992. And I forgot her first name, Kay Bell. She is one of the co-writers on this song. And one of the cool things about this song is that it was, compared to like Diana Ross at the time, because it had an impact on this generation of club goers, of partiers, of dancers, of rave culture happening in Europe. And there's a really cool quote I read. She wrote in her biography about this song, and one of the reasons it was created is because people at the time needed an anthem that would connect sticking out of stagnant feelings of not feeling like you're going anywhere, feeling like you're in a rut, and moving on, getting up to dance and to join other people and to unite and to have fun. And while it sounds like a simple focus when you think about the time frame of the 90s in Europe, it's an interesting feel. What was the music that was coming out that was motivating people to come together, to dance, to enjoy life together? And so looking at our release and looking at the current times, there's a little bit of similarity there, right? Getting ourselves back up, uniting with people if we're able to and we're safe to, and enjoying the moment and living life. I think this was an intentional choice as a warm-up from Lisa. So when you're thinking about bringing this alive in your classes, do a little bit of research on some of the songs, especially track 1. There's a lot of unique history there that you can bring alive through the lyrics, whether you sing them, whether you talk them, whether you say, listen to this, because I can't sing very well. I can totally, I can't relate with you, but maybe others can. It will help bring your class to something even more special. Yeah, so that's my trivia for you. Alrighty. Well, folks, it doesn't look like any questions urgently are coming through the chat, and if you're like me, you may not have had a lot of time to look through the release, of course, and when I say me, I totally relate. Sometimes life gets really busy, and we just launched last season, and so it takes a while to get into the new releases. So as you get through them, feel free to reach out, through this post, come back to this video. It will be saved as a recording on the Facebook page for Les Mills instructors, Body Attack instructors. And if it's really later on too, feel free to reach out to me directly at Judson WMAC on Instagram. Happy to help navigate any questions you have about the release or want to throw around some ideas for something for your launch. Very happy to help you. Becca says, always sing, even if you're terrible, your members will laugh. Yeah, oh my gosh. I mean, if you have a really silent group, like Becca's talking about too, there's no better way to get even a crack of a smile. I mean, like, try not to laugh at me being like, rhythm is a dancer, it is your soul companion. I love, like, intentionally messing up the lyrics too. Like, rhythm is a doggy. It's so fun. It's so fun. Be fun. It's okay. I think that's all I've got. Yeah. So folks, enjoy this release. It's a fun one. Get excited for new things coming alive and down the pipeline. 2022 is going to be an amazing year. And be on the lookout very soon through Instructor Chatter. There's a lot of exciting live event space news coming down the line. Can't share anything yet, but definitely worth keeping your eyes and your ears open for. Zachary says, quick question. For track 6, if your participants don't like the circle run, do we just run forward and back on the spot? Awesome question. So yeah, I have worked in many clubs where, for example, pre-pandemic even, the room is so small that we really can't do a circle run really comfortably. So in the choreography notes, there are small room options. You can stick with the forward and back run. You can do a free run on the spot if you so choose, as long as you're entertaining. That can get a little boring. My other suggestion to you as well is if it is a concern of just folks don't want to be in a circle or facing one another, I have participants that I always offer the option to go to the corners, while the others that want to do the circle run, for almost a decade in one of the clubs where I've taught, I just have folks that love to just run in the corner, get out of the circle, and just watch from the sidelines. And then when we go into the reach and runs to the center of the room, they're already primed to come in with the group, go back, and then they can just stay in their corners as they wish. Cool question. Al said, now Judson, you are making me laugh. Well, let me tell you something. That is why I am the Les Mills comedian, you know? Is that my title? Do I get paid for that? Someone call and ask. No, please don't. They've got a lot to do. Okay. Well, with that, folks, thank you again. Reach out with any questions. Stay united, be brave, change the world, and we'll see you next time.